Big up, everybody. Welcome back to TJ Warren TV. Welcome back to a match reaction, another match reaction in January where we dropped points that we easily could have gotten. 0-0 at Nottingham Forest, at the City Ground. We draw to Sean Dyche's fucking Nottingham Forest. A Nottingham Forest that is now 5 points clear of the drop and are still flirting with relegation, while Arsenal now sit. I'm so mad. Now sit 7 points ahead of Man City after they drop a huge stinker to Man United today. A huge opportunity missed.
Yep.
Big up Macy in the chat as well.
Macy.
Big up everybody that is already coming in. Smash the like, smash the sub, comment on the video. I'm not happy, man, and I know you got your gavel out, Goonie, so I know we're going to see some Judge Goonie action today. But, yeah, man, how are you doing? What do you think?
I can't believe I sat through 90 minutes of that dross.
That's what everybody keeps telling me. Everybody's like, you owe me 90 minutes back.
I think that we lost pretty much every 50-50 ball, and that is what you like. I get, like you were saying right before we started the stream, how we didn't want it. I think though deep down that we did want it, right? I think that we came there to win. If we're and I'm going to shout out real quick. Shout out Yeti. I did a quick preview with him on his channel
Yeti, 20
minutes before the game started. Yeah, welcome to more sleep. Ambient with that. But shout out Yeti. Did a quick 20-minute preview right before the game started. And I said that it's not going to be a case of, what did I say exactly? I basically said that we have to be clinical. They don't have to be clinical, right? You know what I mean, bro? They just have to kind of defend, play some back passes, play some sideward passes, keep us on our heels a little bit, and get at us in transition, which they could have done, especially on that second David Reyes slide in. If Igor Jesus had just had a little more balance, it's 1-0 fucking Forest, bro.
Yeah.
And those are the mistakes that have come back to haunt us again and again and again, right? Luckily, it didn't happen that way. But my point with Yeti was, we're the ones that have to be clinical. We're the ones that have to score the goals. Martinelli, do better. Saka, do better. Moreno, why the fuck we're playing 3 CDMs, you know, why we're playing 3 CDMs and Eze gets microwave minutes is beyond me. And he had a decent chance, little flick. But like we talked about before, TJ, all I see is little back heels and flicks and over-the-top flick balls, and someone's supposed to trap it and just run to it, you know? And also, Goicoechea, do better. He should have scored on that one, right?
He stunk today.
The whole time.
He stunk. Like, and this is what's so frustrating about this guy is that, you know, he goes in there and he finally gets an assist in the FA. Was that the FA Cup game? No, it was against Chelsea. In the Carabao Cup, he gets an assist and everybody just starts jerking him off again. And he gets a banging garbage goal and everybody's saying, "Oh, he's back now. He's gonna come on." Blah blah blah, bro. Like and everybody, as soon as he got on that break, you knew what was gonna happen. Murillo was all over him, bro. Like, this guy's moving like me on the pitch, and I'm 220 pounds, fucking fake hip, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Big up Hammers Football today. Congrats on your win today.
Yeah,
big win today for Tony, man. Big win. I hope you're doing well, my brother. Let's get him on. Let's get him on Idiots next, man. We need to talk some ball.
Reach out to me or TJ if you want to get on next Friday.
Next Friday, yep. Yeah, next Friday we'll be running it. But yeah, no, you knew what was happening, bro. And then other than that, you didn't see Gyökeres outside of him just running into the back line. And when I say running into the back line, I mean literally running into the center backs.
Right.
Like same old with him. I'm like. Go ahead.
He got a ball in the middle and he took it all the way to the left corner flag.
Like, what the fuck
what are you doing? And this is where it's like, I don't blame Arteta for that. I don't blame Arteta for Martinelli missing. I don't blame Arteta for Gyökeres being a fucking fat toad and can't run past the center back when he's already 3 yards in front. I don't blame Arteta for the Saka missed header. That was an incredible save by Matt Sells, fingertip goal, who Sells was basically man of the match today.
Sells was man of the match today. He was fantastic.
Barillo was good. Dominguez was good. None of our players, I hesitate to say they didn't show up, because there was times where it's like you could see the effort was there. You could see that there was something going on. Oh, come on now, Cube. Let's not be delusional here. Right? So I just think that it was just one of those games where the teams were sort of evenly matched for those 50-50 balls. But they won 70% of those, bro. Like, we're trying to just flick these little flicks up in the air and off our heel and to the side. And it's just like get it on the carpet, step back, make a square pass. I don't know why that's so difficult for us to do, because it seems like we're on this adrenaline rush for these breakaways that never materialize.
Right.
You know, and going back to the handball, that's a handball to me, bro. That's a handball to me on Aina. It looks like he curves it in a bit and it hits up here in his arm. But the thing is, if that went against Arsenal, it'd probably be given. But that's another story for another day.
I think that Arsenal fans would feel hard done by if the shoe was on the other foot on that one.
Absolutely.
I thought it was too gray area to give it, but that's just me.
Probably so.
Maybe I'm just being too fucking pessimistic after that, because I had to watch up to that point we didn't look like we wanted it. I'm gonna be really real. Like we had, how many shots did we have before the Saka header? I think we had one on target. Like we should be doing a lot better than that up until that point, especially when we had the amount of possession that we had in the first half. Like we were dominating minute 1 through minute 35. We could get the ball out of their own half. Dominating. And I think we had 70% possession, 75% possession up to that point. And then we let them crawl back into the game going into halftime. Like, we had all of the momentum, and then 35th minute, we just clicked off. Like, I couldn't fucking believe it. And then, going into halftime, you didn't know what Arsenal team was going to come out, because we didn't have momentum. They had momentum. And what Arsenal team came out was the meh. I mean, it's always like, don't get me wrong, it's always like this at City Ground. It's always like this at the City Ground for us. But the quality of the players and the quality of the players and the form that Nottingham Forest has been, they just fucking lost to Wrexham. Okay?
And they lost to Everton too.
Bro, they lost to Everton. They went out of the cup against Wrexham. Like, these guys are in dire straits, Juliet. They are dire straits. Mm-hmm. And we go in there and we just give them all the momentum that they need.
Right.
Like, I'm just so disappointed. Why am I not an ally? I'm an ally. I am an ally. Don't worry. I am totally an ally. I just didn't watch Heated Rivalry. Okay. It's a gay hockey relationship. Oh, congratulations.
I'm confused with that. Means,
yeah, no. It's like a big thing now, but big up cubed every single time.
Oh, that's to do with hockey. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's whatever.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, but anyway, no. I'm like, back to the game though. I don't blame Arteta for that either, but I am gonna blame him for the order of the subs. I thought the subs were not correct. Why are you bringing on Mikel Moreno for Odegaard?
Right.
Why? What is the fucking point of that? Like, you see Eze and him be what we needed at that point, in my opinion, was somebody that was going to be in the midfield and be fucking direct. That is not what Mikel Moreno does. Eberechi Eze does that. And Odegaard.
Oh God, dude, bro.
What?
He barely got the ball. Like, he got completely. He was the ultimate passenger. Right, exactly where. He was the ultimate passenger in that game. I think he barely got less than 15 touches. And if he did get touches, he was dribbling it sideways and passing it backwards. What does this guy bring? I don't see it anymore. Like, we knew this was going to happen. We knew once he got fit again that he was going to be ushered in that side, and Eze is left out in the cold. You might as well send him on a plane and send him to Siberia, bro, because he is not getting any time under this manager. It's obvious that he wasn't an Arteta signing. Arteta feels like he didn't really need him because he feels like he's got the complete package at Odegaard, who did fuck all today. Goody Gavel, get this fucking fraud Norwegian prick out of my club. He brings nothing. Captain of Arsenal Football Club.
Captain of Arsenal Football Club.
56th minute, bro. Subbed off in the 56th fucking minute. I am done with number 8. I don't see what he does. I don't see what he brings. The one goal against Brighton since his comeback. Oh, baby. Oh, he played a screwball to Zuma Mendy. Oh my God, he's so good, TJ. Oh my God, Chad Odegaard. Get that fucking Norwegian prick out of my club, that Tristan Bieber dick's face motherfucker. I'm sorry to swear on our channel, bro, but I'm just tired of this shit. I'm tired of this guy running around, flicking his hair, making little fucking poses and little tricks and shit that does nothing. It produces nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. I am losing at Warrior because I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of the confidence and the minutes this guy gets. It's not warranted, bro. It is not warranted. You play players on form and merit and actual production. This guy brings fuck all to this club. And I am losing it. I'm sorry. I wasn't going to lose it today.
No, you can lose it. I don't give a fuck. Let's go. Let's clip it up. Let's start
this guy, bro. I'm done with this guy. As he at least moves the ball forward, looks for the open pass, looks to cut in a bit, looks to cut out a bit, at least has some sort of combination play. This guy brings nothing anymore, bro. It's evident. We've had him as captain now for 5.5 years, and we've won nothing with this guy. No leadership, no forward momentum, no galvanizing the players like Gabriel and Rice does. Gives the armband to Saka in the 56th minute because Arteta knows he ain't up for it when the game becomes physical and those 50-50 battles are there to be won, and he's nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found, bro. And I'm over this guy. I really am. I thought there might be a little something, with the Brighton goal.
And had a couple of good games in a row.
It's okay, right? It looks like, okay, maybe he's a little more direct. And then the fucking the building comes crashing down again on this guy, bro. He's not good enough for Premier League football. I think he doesn't even get in a Palace. I don't think he even gets in the fucking Spurs. I don't.
The way that he plays in this squad and like how much he slows things down, I think is starting to damage us. Like, yeah. I really think that, I get the slow, methodical, keep possession, don't lose possession, because we all know we're shit on the counter, on the transition back to defense, we're brutal. So we defend by offending, and our offense is offensive. Yes. We are fucking brutal. And today that was a big reason. He was a big reason why. He slows down the game so much. But when you're going up against these low blocks, that isn't going to do shit. Like they're literally they're going to pack the box. They won today, by the way. That was exactly what Sean Dyche wanted. And 100%. They had a couple of chances to be like, hey, well, you know what? Maybe Arsenal will make a mistake. David Raya, bro, and I'm not going to get off of the Odegaard stuff, but David Raya, bro, on another day, we concede once, maybe twice. So you need to get your head on fucking straight before Tuesday. Honestly, I thought Kepa Tax was going to be our goalkeeper issue. No, Raya needs to calm down. He's very lucky he got out of there with a clean sheet today. Very lucky. But going back to Odegaard, man, no, I completely agree with you. And the fact, again, I'm going to get on Arteta about this because he did not manage that game well in the second half. In the first half, I thought we looked really, really good, like I said, up until the 35th minute. But 55th minute, those subs were absolutely fucking atrocious. You throw Mikel Moreno out there instead of when you are calling for somebody that can add dynamicism and directness to this team. Get fucking shots on target. And this guy is never going to do that. He had a glancing header that went wide. That was it. Okay? Yep. Whereas he has say what you want about him. Say what, like, people will give me shit about how, oh, well, he's just a spam. He'll just spam shots until he scores. Bro, I would have killed for some shots today. I would have killed for some shots today. But we didn't, and the ones that we got on weren't of quality outside of the Saka header, bro. And I'm completely flabbergasted by the fact that we bring him on for Declan Rice in the 88th minute. What the fuck do you expect him to do? Right. What do you expect him to do?
100%. Like, Forest were not tired at that point. Dominguez got a standing ovation because he played 88 minutes of box-to-box football.
Shithouse player, by the way.
Shithouse player. Right. I don't rate him at all. But the fact of the matter is, but today, he was immense for them. Elliot Anderson, immense for them. Callum Hudson-Odoi, immense for them. And if Odoi was on that ball when Raya came out, we're looking at 1-0. because Igor Jesus just didn't have the balance. Call up Hudson-Odoi ate us up today. Let's be honest, bro. He ate us up today. Every time he was on the ball in the attacking third, it posed some sort of threat. And we kind of knew that. I think watching that the finishing for them's not good. They've only scored, I think, 10 goals at home anyway. Tied for the second lowest in the Prem. Wolves are under them, right? Everton 2-0, like you said, the Wrexham game and so forth. But Sean Dyche came out with a plan to get physical with us, win the 50-50 battles, and that's exactly what they did. And Moreno how can you have Moreno? You saw Eze warming up, bro, in the 60th minute. We saw him on the sidelines running, doing what he's asked to do. And then he puts Moreno on, so Eze has to wait another 20 minutes to get on? Another 20 minutes. And you're right, 87th minute, he's supposed to just perform miracles. That shit doesn't happen. And Eze isn't the player for that yet.
Nope.
And people can dog Eze and say, oh, he's, flash in the pan, blah, blah, blah. That's because of Arteta. He didn't allow him to kick on after the Spurs hat trick. Let's be honest. He had his microwave minutes since the Spurs hat trick. He hasn't been able to kick on. You can't kick on when you're not in the pitch. I agree with you 100%. I don't get the subs today. I don't get the 3 defensive mids. I don't see what we were trying to do. All I saw was little outside flicks, over the head little flicks, hoping someone runs onto it, passing it backwards, and a captain that cannot lead, will not lead, is scared to lose the ball, scared of anything. Did you see him get bodied by Anderson in like the 11th minute? Just completely pushed him off the ball with a completely legal tackle.
And he goes, completely legal tackle, and then Anderson went and helped him up. It was fucking pathetic, bro.
Yeah, and then actually apologized.
This is what bugs me so much about this. And I haven't watched Arsenal as long as you or a lot of people in the chat, but I've watched enough video to know that Patrick Vieira would not be letting somebody fucking help him. He wouldn't be getting fucking bodied off the ball like that.
Right.
Like our midfielders. A strong wind can fucking blow them over. Don't get me wrong. I love Zubimendi. I'm a big fan, but a strong wind, that guy's gonna get blown over. The only person in our midfield that can stand up and be counted is fucking Declan Rice. Okay, and today another consistent performance. He gets pulled off because the offense can't fucking get it done. And he was involved, man. He was crashing into the box, like he was still involved. But here at the same time, like you can't expect him to go out there and save the day. And now looking back at it, now I'm sitting here and I'm starting to get pissed. Like why did Martinelli start that game? Why?
Because I think Trossard's just come back from injury. I think Martinelli just
why is Eze not over there?
Decent form, because he doesn't want him there. And I don't think if you and I were to really dissect that, I don't think you and I either want Eze there, right? We really want him more in the midfield more, but it's like
I don't know,
and that's where it comes on Arteta to kind of change it up, right? Okay, maybe Martinelli sits. Trossard we know is just coming back from a slight injury. Maybe you put Eze on there, but you've got to give Eze the power to do Eze things, right? We don't want Eze on the wing with his heels on the touchline. We want him more centrally left, cutting in, producing something. But what the fuck's he going to produce with Odegaard as his right-hand man, essentially? What the fuck's he going to produce, with Madueke, who I'm sorry had the good 15, 20 minutes.
Up until the, like I said, the 35th minute, I thought Madueke was good, but I mean, he died with everybody else. I mean, and then again, a lot of people in the Arsenal chats that I'm in were all over Madueke, and I'm like, he's the only one fucking running. He's the only one doing anything, and he's getting no help from anybody else around him. He's being forced to the byline. You want Captain Norway over there fucking trying to help him out, bro. Give him something to pass you. Instead, he's having to freaking depend on Ben White.
Right. Like, who I thought was one of the better players today.
Yeah, me too. But what the fuck are we doing here? You're forcing Ben White over there. You don't trust Miles Lewis-Skelly, so you're putting Jurrien Timber on the left, which, by the way, he stunk today. He fucking stunk. He was not good. He on the left side, he just looked mad uncomfortable. He was having him invert from that left side, and he just looked lost. I'm gonna be really honest. Like the only players where I'm like, oh yeah, no, you actually represented the batch well today was Gabriel, Saliba, and Rice. The rest of them were god fucking awful. Well, maybe
actually, Ben White you can throw in there a little bit.
Ben White, but Madueke, I guess. But the rest of them were garbage. 100%. Even the subs, Bukayo Saka, meh. Saka, meh.
Yeah, it's still meh. It's still meh. I can't argue with that. It's still meh.
And then Gabriel Jesus, stinker, fucking awful today.
Yeah, he was falling all over the place,
invisible, complaining, doing whinging. Fucking get up and run, bro. Get up and put yourself in difficult positions.
He can't run anymore, bro.
Like, what the fuck are we doing here? And then
he's got a good few yards and he's done.
Yeah, and then Trossard,
stinker.
Like, we'll get it. We're definitely doing player ratings today because I want to go one by one and fucking trash these guys. Nutbuster. Our striker didn't get service like usual. Our striker was pulling out of fucking one-on-ones, bro. This guy's pulling out of duels. Don't talk to me about getting fucking service. Big up, Nutbuster. Thank you for being here. Hilarious name. But this guy's pulling out of duels, bro.
But the service isn't there as well. I agree with both of you guys 100%. But when you get the ball going, Perez, you can't just dribble it wide to the left and expect somebody to cut in that central position. And there's nobody there. And that's Odegaard's job as the CAM. That's Odegaard's job as the cam. To fill that striker role in the central part of the pitch when the striker's either pulled left or pulled wide right. Nobody's there in there, but you know who is in there is Declan Rice, who shouldn't be in there because he's supposed to be outside the boxes, the box to box a bit. It all fell apart today, bro. But it's true. The service isn't there. Gyökeres' one-on-one is looking like fucking the Incredible Hulk trying to run a marathon. Let's be honest. Moving his arms like this. Like, who the fuck runs like this, bro? I just don't get it. Yeah, with 10 men, exactly, not Buster. With Odegaard in the pitch, it's 10 against it's 9 against 10.
With Gyökeres on the pitch, like this guy. I'm sorry, he does absolutely nothing except run around, and even then, bro, he does. And big up African Cat, he does look desperate, and you look. And my issue is that like. He runs, but even the way that he presses is awkward. Like the angles at which he comes on the press, I'm like, why are you coming in on the guy's fucking 3 o'clock? Like, go at the fucking man. Like, what are you? You're not taking anything away from it. Like, dude, he just looked clunky. He looked out of place. He looked uncomfortable. Like, I'm sorry. In the Premier League, he's been god awful, and he's officially. Well, he's been on Fraud Watch, but he is on the lower end of Fraud Watch for me. I'm serious.
Yeah. No, I see. No, and let's look at the statistics. The goal that he scored against Chelsea in 14 games, that's 2 open play goals. The one he scored against Chelsea the other day, and that's not even obviously in the Prem. The one he scored against Chelsea, and then the other one he scored a while ago, who I forget the opposition. But if you count the Everton penalty, that's literally 3 goals in 14 overall competitions, I believe. 3 and 14. Today was 14. 3. Right? And he looks desperate, and you're right about the runs. It's like he runs diagonal, sees the ball here, and then just makes a straight run for the guy on the sideways instead of stepping back, waiting for the defender to make that heavy touch, and then going, right? Or at least then going and making force the defender into a mistake. It's very strange to watch. It's like he doesn't have full control of his body and his movement, right? It looks too rigid. It's too rigid and lumping, right? I really thought on that through ball there, that I think what Martinelli kind of hooked it up, so it wasn't really a through ball. It was kind of like a fucking Hail Mary pray somebody gets it.
And it was it was a Murillo mistake, bro.
It was all just boot the ball high. Arteta Mikel Poulos, hope somebody gets onto it. That's all it was today, right? And Gyökeres had his chance and fucking flopped it. But Murillo's a good defender. Murillo's faster. He's probably not as strong. He's not as bulky, right? But he's faster. He's more coordinated with his body. That was evident. But Gyökeres could have done, maybe 2 or 3 different things. Take the ball on the outside of your foot and slash it, right? Put your foot on top of it. Let the defenders run past. Take a shot on goal, right? put your foot on top of the ball, let the defenders run past, look to see if you have a trailer. I mean, I don't get what we're trying to do with this guy. Like, are we trying to get him service? And at times I don't think so. And when we do try to get him service, it's nowhere near what any other striker, TJ, even if it wasn't Gyökeres, would expect. If it's Itatike, if it's Gabriel Jesus even, or if it's Igor Jesus, or the bloke from Brentford who's got, I think, 13, 14 goals. If it's João Pedro or somebody like that, they have expectations to get balls in positions that they can score, pause. Right?
Yeah, it's true.
They have that expectation as a striker. You expect something. The service isn't going to be spot on. It's not always going to be these little dinky through balls that they can touch on the outside of their foot and slam it in the goal. It's not always going to be that. But this striker can't make anything out of nothing. Right?
Can I just say something? Can I just say something?
For sure.
If Kai Havertz was doing this fan base would be putting him on trial like the Nuremberg trials, bro. They would put this guy on trial for war crimes. But because it's Victor Gyökeres, because it's the best looking Swedish Bane looking guy we know, they're going to continue to defend him. Stop defending it. It's brutal. It's brutal. It's brutal to watch. And it's bad when Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus and Mikel Merino look better in that position. Okay? This guy does not fit into the team. Like, let's be real.
Right.
And big up Chaitanya. Sorry. I don't think we are that bad. Martinelli needs to score that. I agree. Great save from Sells and a pen. That was not a pen. On another day, that's a different game. We were worse against Liverpool at home. Can't accept poor home form. No, I agree. I agree and I disagree. I think we were very, very I think we were mediocre today. Like, I think maybe the title of the title of the video, I was angry. Okay. I'm still angry, but I just think we can do so much better. And we have a prime opportunity to go 9 points clear today.
Right.
And we just decide that we're not going to do it. And it's just absolutely against a Nottingham Forest that's on their third manager and in a relegation fucking battle, but we can't get it done. Like, it just stinks. It's starting to smell of we don't have the confidence to do it. That is what this is starting to stink of.
The mentality isn't there.
Right. And I'm gonna be so honest with you, and people are gonna be like, TJ, you're overreacting. I don't give a fuck about the Inter Milan game. I don't give a fuck. We are fine in the Champions League. We are fine. I care more about this league at this point. We are going to make it into the later rounds of the Champions League. Ban that. We should be prioritizing the Premier League right now. And we were playing like we had 1 foot in fucking Italy. Like, it's just absolutely insane. And everybody's just saying, we're going to bottle it again. Arteta's bottle jobs. Like, this is what I am talking about. We are battered people. We are a battered fan base. We know what is coming. We are the dog whose owner goes like this, and we're going like this.
Yeah.
Because
scared.
We know the slap is coming. We are scared. Exactly. We look scared.
Right.
We look scared of winning, and that is really, really concerning.
Absolutely.
Today
and
was
mentality based. It's mentality based. But I say what you're saying, I think, is true, but I don't think that's for all the players, right?
No, not all the players.
Right. I think Declan Rice absolutely wants to win this thing. I think Gabriel today wants to win it. I think Timber, and we're at the point now, like we've said before on our shows over the last year and a half or so, that our defense is fine, right? Because before it was always the worry of the defense. Mustafi, Socrates, Carl Jenkinson, Rob Holding. I mean, the list goes on and on, Squillaci, etc. It's like, oh shit, our defense is horrible, but our attack in midfield is pretty good, right? Our attack is good. We got Giroud scoring goals. And then, of course, that moved on to Aubameyang and Lacazette, who out of 4 years he was there, had 1.5, maybe 2 good seasons. So I think that there's certain players that really want it, but that's not translating into a cumulative group effort, right? It's something's getting lost on Martinelli, Trossard, Moreno, Saka at times, right? There just seems to be this nonchalantness of, we'll score, just it'll happen, right? It'll just happen. And I don't know. I don't know, man. And like the comment earlier talking about how Liverpool was worse, I put those two games the same, to be honest. I think those performances were very similar. And yeah, I mean, if Martinelli scores, it's a whole different game. If Saka scores, we run out there 1-0. And I get that. But we didn't. The fact of the matter is we didn't. Someone called the doctor. Big up, buddy. No, I just think that we're kicking the ball up high. We're flicking it, expecting the other guy to take control and do the work. You know what I mean? Like we're expecting someone else to do it. It's not my responsibility, so I'm just going to flick the ball up and hopefully somebody does something, right? And that is, I think, where we really have to tighten the screws a bit, especially at training, and wonder why we're not, covering the ball, fielding the ball more. I mean, yeah, you'll get fouled, but you don't have to always just fall over, That's the thing. Like fight those physical battles, but retain possession of the ball and then move it forward. But again, you can't do that when you have a captain in Odegaard that, was non-existent today. I don't think I heard the announcer really give his name out once.
He touched the ball one time in the first 15 minutes. One time. Once.
I mean, he's making runs and nobody's even has to check him because they know he's not a threat. He's not making runs. Absolutely. He's too risk adverse. And that's Arteta though too, right? That's
Arteta telling him that.
Putting that umbrella over the squad of retain possession, playing the ball out the back, which eventually is going to come back to bite us sometime, I think, this season. Retain the ball, let the other squad make mistakes. Force weren't going to make any mistakes today, right? They may have made mistakes in the final third. The passing wasn't there, right? But Dyche knows that. The squad knows that. The fan base at the City Ground know that because they were cheering fucking throw-ins in the attacking third. They're attacking third, right? So it's like, do the Forest fans think they're going to go beat us 2-0? That ain't going to happen. It's going to be a scruffy 1-0 win for them, which it could have been if Raya, if, like, again, I've said before, if Igor Jesus was Callum Hudson-Odoi instead, maybe there's a little more balance there. Maybe Callum Hudson-Odoi puts it in a funky angle like Harry Wilson did at Fulham that game a few weeks ago. But shit like that happens in football. But I think for the first half, I agree with you. The first 30, 35 minutes, we had to have scored. And I got to tell you, TJ, once that game got to halftime, I didn't see it happening. I thought, okay, second half, and then 56th minute came. He made those subs, and I was like, this is a fucking draw because we're putting 3 CDMs again in midfield, expecting for some miracle to produce. And then he realizes, let's get Eze on there for microwave minutes. I mean, if we add up the minutes Eze has had in the last 6 games, I'll bet it doesn't equate to 30 minutes. No. I don't know how many minutes he had against Portsmouth. So, outside of all comps, Premier League only, I bet you Eze hasn't played more than 30 minutes in the last 6 games. I would put a fiver on that right now.
Not since Spurs. Not since Spurs.
It's criminal. And he's 27, bro. He's 27. The prime age for a footballer. Prime age. 27 years old, right? It's not like he's 20, 21, kind of just learning the ropes, right? He's 27 years old. He is ready, right? Why are we keeping a leash on him? Odegaard should have been subbed at halftime for Eze right then and there. And if we would have gone up 1 or 2-0, I don't have a problem with Moreno coming on for Rice, Zubamendi, right? And moving Rice. I think Rice has to be in there 90 minutes at this point, bro. You can't sub Declan Rice in these games at all. Like there's just, and Arteta knows, I think our friends here in the chat know, you sub Rice in the 85th minute in a game like that, or the 80th minute, they win. Or they come a block closer. They control more. They have more impetus to score, right? Because once Rice is out, I think the whole thing falls apart. I think the whole midfield literally dies the moment he gets subbed out. And, Zubamendi, I thought, okay, right? I mean, we can get into ratings whenever you want to, but
I would love to get into ratings.
Was absolute fucking shambles today. So
yeah, let's get into fucking ratings.
Participate, chat your ratings, put them in when we read off the names.
Big up the chat. We're seeing Yeah, big up, and we're seeing some new names today, guys. Smash the sub. Thanks for being here. I have not been able to sub. I haven't been able to stream very much lately, just because of life shit. Work has been
Right.
crazy. So thank you guys for being here and continuing to support the channel. It's
100%.
even though we're fuming, we still appreciate it. Yeah, let's just get in. Let's just get
Sure.
into the ratings here. And play along, chat. We will start with David Rea.
Want me to go first? Okay.
Yeah, you go first. I'll
Um,
go second.
I think there was some good saves there on some of the balls that were crossed in by Hudson Odoi and I can't think of the name. Whoever Elliot Anderson, I think had a couple decent crosses. So he came out,
Yeah.
he took control of the box, but overall, I gotta give a 6. A 6.
Yeah.
I think he was a little above average. So at least he came out and took control of the box. But a couple of howlers there, coming out. But I think that first one was pretty decent. But that second one, oh my days. Oh my days, bro! Like you come
Bro.
out, you got to get that ball. There's just you got to commit 100%. I've played keeper before, and I'll just throw this out there. My goalkeeping coach in high school, whatever that means, um, given the rate that takes, right? Says you got to be 100%. When you come out, you can't be like run out, second judge yourself, and then come back, right? You've got to either really commit or you don't come out at all. And so, luckily, he got a let off on that one, or it would have been 1-0.
Yeah, I think we all agree on this. I'm going to give him a 6-2. He commanded the box when there were balls coming in. Pause. He did command the box, but the going out misplaying a ball in that situation where the crowd was literally fucking on top of him.
Yeah,
To say this,
in it.
that crowd was in it from minute 1 to minute 95. Shout out to the Nottingham Forest fans. They were fucking incredible today.
Unreal today.
Yeah, unreal today. But yeah, I mean, he 6 out of 10. I don't need any cardiac issues caused by you. Okay? And this is somebody that we have depended on to be that guy, to be that stalwart in net. And today he reminded me of Aaron Ramsdale. And that is not a good comparison. I'm going to be very real. He needs to be better. 6 out of 10. What the fuck was, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Yuri and Timber.
5 out of 10. Very average. But also left back, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Timber's my favorite players on the team. One of the most consistent, I think, was arguably true. We do like him on the right a bit more.
Yes.
But I don't think. But at the same time, bro, this is a professional footballer. He's played left back before. He's played all across the back line before.
Yep,
with
and in the midfield.
Squad, growing up, I'm sure. But I think he was way too up high in the pitch today. He was trying to make some things happen, but it just was kind of a mid-level performance from him. So I gotta be honest, bro. 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Which I think the lowest I've ever given Timber in any of the ratings we've ever done.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. 5 out of 10. Yeah, I don't like giving it. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he's playing on the left instead of the right, but he's played on the left before and he's looked a lot better. And you also have to kind of look at the competition here. Like Callum Hudson, I mean, it's Callum Hudson-Odoi playing with a bunch of other than Gibbs White NPCs. I'm going to be really honest with you. So, Elliot Anderson and Jesus.
Right. And Murillo, yeah.
Okay, well. Midfield moving forward, like you're not going out there and being like, oh yeah, Sangare, yeah, I'm really afraid of him. I'm really just frustrated because there were moments in that match where you're just like, bro, what are you doing? He didn't look like he was up for it. He didn't look like his head was in the game, and then on top of that, he was uncomfortable on the left. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. I'm very, very disappointed, to be honest. With him today. Gabriel Magalhaes, sorry.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Thought he was decent today. He did his job. He was trying to get his head on the ball. If Moreno maybe lets that one go towards the end, does Gabriel score that? I'm not so sure. I think it was probably a little bit more, but I just still think he's one of our leaders in the squad. He's far more captain material than this fucking Norwegian fraud. Yeah, so 7 out of 10. Wasn't his best, but definitely wasn't his worst.
Yeah, they were, in my opinion, they were two of the best players on the pitch for us. I'm gonna do what Nutbuster did here. I'm just like saying Nutbuster. I think that's fucking hilarious. Gabriel Jesus, or not Gabriel Jesus. Why do we keep saying that? Gabriel Magalhaes and Will Saliba both get 7s for me. I thought they were solid. They're proving once again that they're the best center back pairing in Europe, bar none. I just think today the players around him did not play to their level, but they did their job. 7 out of 10 for me. Do you agree on Saliba?
Yeah, you can match them. I think they both played equally well at 7s.
Yep. All right. Ben White.
7.5.
Yeah.
I thought Ben White was
right.
at least making the runs, trying to do something with Saka, trying to do something with Madueke, making himself available, doing what he's asked to do. And I think he's been pretty good since he's been back from injury, to be honest. And I think when he scored a goal, was it Portsmouth? He scored a goal?
Scored a goal against Chelsea, I thought.
Chelsea, that's right.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, he scored the first one. That's right.
Yep.
No, I thought Ben White, I mean, not to take anything from Gabriel Saliba, but they solidly did their jobs today. But I thought Ben White really was at least putting himself out there just a bit more. But you got to do that at right back, right? You got to make those runs behind the winger. You've got to support an attack because Arteta's inverting now left, right, and right back apparently, right? And we've even seen Saliba run up the middle the last couple games with the ball. So we are taking some risk in that area, but when it gets to the final third, the attacking third, it just kind of all falls apart. But I'm going to give Ben White the extra 0.5. I thought he was at least, showed some hustle today and was just trying to make something happen. So 7.5 for me.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a 7, but that's not a negative thing. I think that he is definitely getting. You can tell that he's definitely getting reintegrated into the team, and the way that he plays, he doesn't look 100% comfortable yet. But he was still providing outlets for Madueke where our midfielders were not. He was providing options. He gets up the pitch and he goes back, and he tracks back very, very well. I thought he was good, and he when required, he will stay at home. When not required, he will bomb up the field on that wing. So right. Always provides the overlap, is always there. So 7 out of 10. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's perfectly fair. And Buster agrees. So Ben White's been linked to Everton. Probably not this January, but this summer. I don't expect a move. I don't want him to move. I think he's very good at filling the role that he's done so far, coming back from a pretty bad injury. And that's where I get the is like, who would you bring in as a backup right back? Right? That's right, exactly. Like who? It's like we got to start over again, bro. You see where I'm going with this?
I see exactly where you're going with this.
Let Ben White hit that 31-year-old mark. Let him finish his career at the Arsenal, bro. He's a very good backup right back. And even when he started games against lesser opposition, he's been good. Ben White is far from the player that I want to let go, right? Yeah. I mean, he doesn't even make my top 5 list of players to transfer out in the summer. I mean, I get Everton want that, but it's like, bro, he's the least of our worries. I know there's value there, right? We will get value for our money there, but how much more? I think we spent 50 million for him.
Yeah, we paid 50 million. We're not going to sell him to Everton for more than 50 million.
But are they going to pay that though? That's the thing.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way they're going to pay that. There's no way.
Yeah, so I just think like this just the notion of him leaving is so dumb because
who's talking? First of all, maybe I'm just out of and I'm glad we're talking about this. We can take a pause on the player ratings real quick. Who's saying this? Am I just out of the loop here?
It's Transfer Market on Instagram. Okay. It's rumors, right?
Okay.
It's all rumors.
So Arsenal would be ridiculously stupid to let him go. Number one, because you're not going to get any value out of him. I don't think you're getting more than 30, 40 million out of him, especially with the role that he's been playing. But the role he's been playing for us, steady, he has had some injury issues, but when he comes in, he's normally really steady Eddie. As long as he's not playing in the center of the park, he's very, very good for us. Like, he contributes on the defensive and offensive side of the ball. Like I just said, is always reliable on, when he needs to crash the box, he'll crash the box. When he needs to provide an outlet on the overlap, he's able to do that.
Cross the ball.
I think we would be you said it perfectly, Goonie. Why would we do that? Why would we want to start over at right back? Why? We have two very, very solid right backs. Arguably, when Timber is playing in that position, he's arguably the best right back in the league.
Yep, 100%.
So it's one of those things where Injuries do happen. We are still in every single competition. Ben White will get time. So I just think Arsenal need to hold on to him. Do not let this guy go. Don't. Like
Right.
if he wants to move, and he wants more time, like I understand that. But if it's not about that, then you would be stupid to let
Right.
Ben White go.
I don't
Stupid.
think he is able, with his career, the status of his career right now, I don't think he has the leverage to say that. I
Yeah.
don't think he comes
No,
up
agree. I
to
agree.
Birdseye and says, "I need more time. Why am I not playing, bro? You've been injured quite a bit."
Yeah.
Number one,
Yeah.
right? And number two, like he does a job when called upon, and he has had some stinkers, but that was what, 2 seasons ago. I mean, we bought him
Yeah. I
3
mean,
years
when we
ago. I
three
forget, but
years ago bought him from
all
Brighton. Yeah.
players are going to go through slumps, right? I mean, especially strikers, right? But all players are going to have bad games, and no one's 100% all the time. But like today against Chelsea, he was decent today, and he was very good against Chelsea. And it just kind of it weakens the overall squad if we were to let him go for a measly 30-35 mil for what? Like we're
Yeah.
not. Like I can't even think of a player in Europe right now from like somebody from Real Madrid, Barcelona, like Milan, I mean, Bayern Munich. I mean, who?
I
Who?
mean,
So
the
anyway,
only, I mean, you see the quality of right back that's out there. Like people are gonna be like, oh well, who's gonna let's bring in the next Cavrahall, blah 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 blah
right,
blah. We
somebody
can
will
do
find a
that. Blah
name.
blah. What it's just like, you know what? Yeah, I've not had this conversation because it's never been brought up. But if that
Mhm.
is what is being talked about on the internet and people are actually giving it its oxygen to let that thing live, I think we need to
I don't know
smother
what
it
they're
with a
talking
pillow
about.
because
Yeah,
I'm gonna be real honest. Sorry, that's graphic, but I'm gonna be
yeah,
real
Bargavi.
fucking honest. Big up Bargov in the chat as well. I'm gonna be real honest. We would be dumb to let Ben White go. We'd be dumb. Good
Right,
game today. Good game today. A diamond amongst some shit today. I'm not gonna lie.
true.
Um, and let's go ahead and well, we're not gonna get into the shit first because we have to talk about Declan Rice. Declan Rice is next.
Today, seven,
Yeah.
7. Yeah, I compared to like Ben White with a 7.5, I thought Ben White was really he was really doing something, though it wasn't his best. Um, but yeah, 7. I mean, it, he was trying to do too much, right? But when you have fucking Odegaard, who's non-existent, you have to cover everything, right? And Zubamendi, who had kind of a
Yeah.
mid game as well, and just Declan Rice and Gabriel to me want to win this so bad, and it's almost heartbreaking to watch him run his tail off for 95 minutes, and we can't score one fucking goal, bro.
Yeah.
He and some of the ball, and I think he was frustrated with himself, right? He overhit the free kick. Some of the crosses were good, but they weren't great as was usually seen. So that's where he loses the maybe from the 9 to the 7 or the 10, right? If he would have scored on that free kick, dude, I mean, he'd be man of the match, right? Go home 1-0
Yeah.
winners. But I just think he was disappointed in himself a bit. You could see that he was frustrated at himself, but big up to him. At least he was trying to keep everything together and keep us, at least, scoreless. So
I
7 out
don't
of
think
10.
yeah, I mean, and I'm gonna be honest, 7 out of 10 is probably like I'm giving him a 7 out of 10, but it's not because of him. It's because of
True
the
nut buster.
he played because he played that way because of the product around him.
100%.
I'm like
100%.
like I you will not hear me say one bad word about Declan Rice. You will not hear me say one
Right.
fucking bad word about him
One of
because
the
he
hardest
had
working players.
because you had 6 players in that midfield and in that front three combined that couldn't touch him. Like
Right.
we're gonna get into some dross here. We're gonna get into some low fucking numbers because everybody else was awful. Declan Rice was fine. So yeah, let's get into it. Zubamendi, I'll go ahead and put it. 5.5. Didn't do anything. Didn't do anything today. Did not make a difference whatsoever. We bring him in to be that guy to put in good balls over the top, to be that that CDM that can push the ball forward. He didn't do shit
Right.
today. He didn't
No,
do
he
anything.
wasn't, he
And
wasn't
and I'm
able
gonna be
to.
honest, I'm a big Zubamendi fan. Don't get me wrong. Today he was not good. Today he
Right.
wasn't good.
Right.
So
5.5. Agree,
Yeah.
100%. I mean,
Um,
6 maybe. That's probably a bit high. Yeah,
I
no,
think it's
it's
high.
he was a little bit of a passenger today, but I think that his control of the ball is good when it works, right? And today just wouldn't work, bro. He was just getting kind of ran around, sideways passing. So yeah, it
Yeah.
just didn't work out today.
I think a 5.5. I'm giving him a 5.5 because I think a 5 would be harsh, but a 6 is too much for him. I'm gonna be
Agreed.
real. Andy got subbed. Like he got subbed in what
Mid
the
56th minute.
yeah. So whatever. Yeah. Anyway.
Martinelli, Odegaard, and Zubamendi got subbed off in the 56th, 57th minute.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna move into the captain that gets subbed off in the 56th minute. Go ahead. Go ahead.
The court has decided this player is shit and gives him a 1 from today's performances. A 1. This is not the Arsenal captain material. The passing's not good. The movement's not good. The ruthlessness in front of goal is not good. The directness is not good. The instructions he gives other players as captain is not good. He doesn't know where to be defensively. He is completely awful in transition. He needs to get a cheeseburger and a chocolate milkshake and put on about 10, 15 pounds. Do I keep going? I mean, I could
you can keep going all you want, bro. I got an hour before the Broncos play. I got
yeah, right, exactly. I got an hour before the Seahawks play. Well, no, that's 5:00 my time. But I just think that there's far better out there. And Morgan Rogers, yes, Morgan Rogers, bring him to the carpet this summer. Give Villa 120 million pounds. Sell Odegaard to fucking Dortmund. Sell him to fucking Freiburg. Bro, I think that he would be good in a Dortmund or a Stuttgart or Freiburg.
He would be good in the German. That's his level. I'm not gonna lie. Right? That is his level.
He would be good at a Bologna, right? He'd be decent at Roma. Let's be honest. I mean, he's still a technically decent footballer, but the Prem in this club is not for him, bro. And we have had some glory days. Excuse me. We have had some good displays with him, 22, 23, right? But that's the highlight, bro. That's the highlight. That's 3 years ago, right? 4 years ago. You know, I don't see what he brings. I just think that the game passes him by. He's again, I would have to have a pen and paper for a longer list. But you know, you look at players like with Como, the Paz, right? Look at Paz. What's his name? Paz, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Nico Paz. Yeah,
Nico Paz. Thank you. And I think that's what Chitanya is trying to say too. I think he's got just a mistype there. Nico Paz, Morgan Rogers, Quentin Timber. You know, go test Barcelona's resolve with Pedri. You know, test these clubs, bro. That's what I want to see, TJ. Test these clubs. Test them with Valverde. Test them with Arda Güler. But to be honest, Arda Güler's he's the same stature as Odegaard.
Arda Güler is it reminds me a lot of Odegaard, to be honest.
Right, to a point. But we need something different at this point. If we really want to lift something heavy in May, you know, yeah, exactly. We ain't getting Pedri. But what I'm saying is test some of these bigger clubs. Throw the money there. The money is there, bro. The money is there. Odegaard to PSG, Odegaard to Lille, right? Any German club, maybe some mid-level Italian clubs, he will slot in just fine, right? We only bought him for 35 mil. You know he's going to go for 60, 65 because he's just that guy, right? We know he's not worth it. I'm not saying he's worth it based on what he brings, but yeah, maybe 34 mil. True. Okay, so we make a $5-10 million profit, whatever. But he has to go. He's a shadow of what Arsenal captains have been.
Yeah.
He doesn't, in the Hall of Fame of captains, he doesn't even get a picture on the wall.
He doesn't
won anything either.
Yeah, I mean, and let's be honest, like we won more with Per Mertesacker as our captain. Like this is the point you made the point, but this is what I was kind of had in the chamber here is that you look at the past Odegaard, or you look at the past captains that Arsenal has had, like he doesn't stack up, not even close.
Nope.
Not even close. You put that armband on Bukayo Saka or Declan Rice or Gabrielle, they stack up because they at least go out there and show some leadership. Like, yeah, he'll go out there and he'll score the occasional banger outside of the box maybe once or twice a year, but that is way, way too sparse of an impact. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
this guy
completely.
is somebody was saying it in the chat, and you know what? I didn't clock it very much. This guy forgot how to do a fucking through pass. This guy does not do through passes, and it's because number one, he's being instructed not to do that. I'm very, very positive because this manager is risk averse. This guy would put this team in fucking bubble wrap if he could, and his tactics show it. And number two, I'm not sure he can.
I don't think he has the vision.
I'm gonna be real honest. I'm trying to think of the last time this guy played a fucking through pass.
Zubamendi.
And I think, well, Zubamendi plays through passes, but I don't remember the last time in chat. Maybe you can help me out. Maybe you can help me out.
Zubamendi scored when Odegaard dinked that 5 little through ball to him. Remember? And it was Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Aston Villa in the 4-1 drubbing to them. Yeah, when he dinked that ball and Zubamendi put it right over Emi Martinez's left leg. That's the one, right. And sorry to interrupt you, but to your point is 100%. He's not looking at the forward vision. He's not looking at the forward vision of the movement because he's too busy doing pirouettes and looking backwards. You know, and not to say that Gyökeres is really, you know, at first I thought, Gyökeres is running the channels. He's playing off the shoulder of the CB. You can see that at the beginning, right? But even that has kind of gone away. And big up Hendo.
Hendo, big up Hendo in the chat, bro.
I don't see what this kid from fucking Norway brings. And I think there's something to be said with the Eze Wright English connection, right? I think there's more there. I think Rice would have more confidence if Eze was there on the right. You know, Rice can't be everywhere all the time. You can't clone the guy and have him play every position in midfield. You know, I don't. You're the captain and you're getting pulled off in the 56th fucking minute. The 56th minute when we should be on the upwards, right? We should be attacking even more than we did in the first 30 minutes, like you were saying. We should be saying, okay, the first half was shit. We need to go out there in the second half and go put him to the sword, which we've done. And we've done that in the past with other captains. We did that with fucking Fabregas.
Yep.
I know our man Kenny Ken doesn't rate Fabregas. This kid doesn't hold a candle to Cesc, bro. Not even fucking close. It's not even close. I give him a 1 out of 10
I don't
today.
even get it. I don't even
give us
put
our
him in the same
input on Odegaard today.
No, I don't even put him in the same class as
It's
Cesc.
not right.
Like it's not even fucking close. You want me to compare him with
and the reason why he's on the high wages at the 225 is because we paid a shit fucking transfer fee for him. You pay a transfer fee of 30 million, you're going to pay in the 200s, bro, in 2026 or 2023, right? This day and age, it used to be, to me, if you know, correct me or not, TJ, and especially Hendo in the chat, the average kind of wage was like 30-35. Like you were getting a solid player around the 30 to 40 million mark. Yeah. That is shifted now to the 60-70 million, and you're getting a slight above average player, right? And Odegaard goes back to that 35 million. But I'm gonna tell you, TJ, Odegaard was on Wenger's list when he was 16, 17 years old. Right? So it's like Arteta's got the old black book from Wenger and saying, oh, I'll go get Kai Havertz because we were ready to link to him when he was 18. I'm going to go get Odegaard because Wenger wanted him when he was 16, 17. You know, like what? We're looking at transfers backwards a bit. We're going and getting those players that we wanted before they hit the skids. If he ain't good enough for Real Madrid, if he's not really good for Sociedad,
yeah,
what are we doing?
He's not good enough for us. No, I completely agree with you, and I'm gonna keep pushing us forward. Odegaard gets a 2. He gets a 2 from me.
You're gonna give him over a 1, okay?
I'll give him a 2 because it's like you get, you know how you get 450 on your SATs for just signing your name. Like that's what he gets. Like the fact that he went out there and breathed, he gets a 2. Okay, we're moving on because you said it all perfectly, and I don't nothing else really needs to be said. Gabriel Martinelli, I'll go first on this one. He gets a 5. He was basically ineffective, and he had one chance to put us up, and he failed. I think he was completely ineffective today. Yes, he was running. He runs a lot. He's a very good athlete. But he put in what you expect. Why he comes off the bench is what you saw today. Like why he is an impact player is why he should not be starting games for Arsenal in 2026. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a big Gabriel Martinelli fan. I have his kit, but today he was brutal. Brutal. 5.
I'm going to do one point higher. I'm going to give him a 5.5. I thought that he was inches off that goal. He could have scored what in the 15th, 11th, 12th, or 15th minute, somewhere in there. You know, the announcer said it came off his heel, which it looks like it did, so he didn't really have control of it. But he was there. Yes. And he has scored some great goals for us this season. But I agree with what you're saying to the point. I just think that the defensive side is bad, and he's not good at getting the ball at the halfway line and doing something. Every now and then he'll beat the defender. But there was last season, he couldn't get, or the season before, I think it was last season, he couldn't get past Ashley Young.
Yep.
At right back for Everton, right? He could not get past Ashley Young, right? Who was, I think, 38 years old at the time, right?
The guy's still playing for Ipswich. He's still playing for Ipswich.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in the championship.
So between the 18-yard box line and the halfway line, I agree. Completely fucking ineffectual, right? Can't do much at all. But today, when he can get the ball inside the box and make some of those runs, and I do notice that his head is up a bit more. He's looking around a bit more. He's had a tremendous Champions League run. I mean, the Portsmouth game, somebody was going to score a couple goals, right? I think that was bound to happen. I'm glad it was him. I got a shirt with him on the back too. I think he's still has something to offer, but I wouldn't be completely surprised if we sell him this summer and upgrade.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
And I I'm not that much higher than you, man. A 5.5. Nutbuster's saying a 4, and I understand. But bringing him on the 75th minute and something like this may have been a little more impactful. Maybe. Just maybe, right? Yeah. But I don't think Trossard's 100% match fit. That's why he hasn't been starting. But so maybe
he didn't look match fit today either.
He didn't look match fit today either. But I think he's played Martinelli because he has gone a bit on a run of goals, right? He has looked in form. The hat trick against Portsmouth was great. 2 deflected headers, but I don't know. He's to me, but again, between the 18-yard box line and the halfway line, it ain't happening.
Yeah, hold on one second. Sure. Sorry, I gotta deal with
something.
Guys, smash the like, smash the subs if you guys are new. Sorry, I had to deal with something real quick. Okay, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Nani Madueke.
Oh, 4.5 out of 10.
Okay, I think that's harsh, but why?
Because I thought the first 15, 20 minutes were good. I mean, he got hooked for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big up BX Gutter. Tell us how you really feel. Yeah. No, I think Madueke had the energy, right? He had the commitment. Some of the techers. But at the end of the day, he was just kind of flicking the ball up and around and flicking it over the heads of the Nottingham defender, trying to run around him and trying to do shit that just wasn't basic, right? I think some of these games, especially against Forest, if you stick to basics, sometimes that beats them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get the ball down. Back pass it if you have to. Make some, make those runs, which I think he kind of did, bro. I mean, you're saying 35 minutes. I'm saying 15, 20 minutes. I thought he died out in the 20th minute. Everybody died out in the 56th minute. Once he made those 3 subs,
I thought everybody.
A 5 out of 10. I'm giving a 4.5 out of 10.
Okay, I'm gonna give him a 6. And that might be, people might be like, oh, TJ, you're just Madueke Nation. You're making, I just think I'm gonna give him a 6 because he looked like he was the only one trying. Especially like you talk about one through the 35th minute, he looked like he was the only one trying, running, getting into spaces, trying to make something happen, especially when Odegaard was hiding. I think
Literally.
that Madueke, just like Saka, is a victim of how this manager sets up and tells and instructs his midfielders a lot of the time. I think Madueke is direct, which is why I rate him. He's a lot more direct than Bukayo Saka is. He's not as clinical, obviously. You saw him put out a couple of really, really bad crosses, like into row Z today. But he's the only one actually trying to make something happen out there. I'm going to give him a 6. It's probably generous, but I'm going to give him a 6 because he was really the only one in that front line that was doing anything for me.
I would agree with that.
And I'm going to include Bukayo Saka in that because Bukayo's probably going to get around the same rating. Mediocre again, but we'll run through the subs real quick as well. Victor Gyökeres.
Two.
He signed his name.
Yeah, he took a drink of water when he was out there. I think he did some bench pressing before the game, do squats, to get those pecs and those. He looked like a slow version of the Incredible Hulk running onto that ball that was flicked over.
Big up Rizzy Mac, bro. Big up
Rizzy.
Mac. Legend.
I don't know what this. Oh God! But I would like to say I'm part of Troops' GDL, Gyökeres Defense League, right?
Yeah,
I would like to be part of that.
I love Troops. Troops, give it up. Give it
you
up.
should leave the Defense League, bro.
Give it up, Troops. Yeah, do yourself a favor. I know you don't watch this channel. Give it up. Sorry.
Yeah, resign from the Defense League. No, I will sign my resignation papers as well. This guy ain't it. This guy ain't it, bro. It's plain as, it's to say like, okay, would Gabriel Jesus been able to do that? No, because his knee is crocked still, right? Yeah. Gabriel Jesus can't run more than 10, 12 yards. Would Kai Havertz get onto that? No, he'd bumble it as well. Would Moreno run onto that ball? He'd probably bumble it as well. Would Edeteki run onto that ball? 100%. Would Osimhen run on that ball? It's 1-0 Arsenal. Like, if Saka even got that, I think Saka probably could have at least got a shot on target with that, But I think if someone like Osimhen, he would have bagged that. He would have knocked that ball a yard or two in front of him and would have blown past Moreno like he was running a fucking marathon race,
Yeah.
And that's the type of speed we need up front. I don't, this guy needs to have the ball served on a platter. And even when he did get the ball once or twice on the platter, why are you dribbling it out wide? Why are you dribbling it towards the corner flag? Why can't you get the ball under control, pass it back, and then make a cut inside? Like, you know why, TJ? Because he doesn't have the physical energy to fucking do it. When you're too busy trying to be a fucking NFL linebacker and not a fluid, mobile striker, then yeah, you're going to be gassed by the time you get the ball. You're going to be gassed for those mistakes that center backs made at the halfway line. You're going to be gassed trying to play some sort of a cross through ball thing or whatever a winger can conjure up, right? A diagonal ball in front. You're going to be gassed and you won't have that speed and that endurance. He doesn't have the speed or the endurance, bro. He's sent out there to be a totem pole, bro. Just to be someone solid and physical, like Kai Havertz has been the last couple seasons. Just go out there and be solid, right? Go out there and put pressure on the CBs for them to make a mistake. And they made that mistake today. Morello whiffed at that ball. Any striker with fluidity and mobility puts that in the back of the net. We don't play the ball centrally enough, and we don't play enough whipped balls across the face of goal for this guy to even latch onto. The one against Chelsea hit off Robert Sanchez's hand. If it wasn't for Sanchez, if that's another keeper, Goicoechea
I agree with you. If Sanchez wasn't wearing his clown nose in that game against us, he doesn't score that.
Goicoechea would not have scored that goal, and would be one open play goal in 13 matches.
Yeah, and the only reason he got GNA was number one. What a fucking mistake from Sanchez. And we didn't talk about Chelsea, but we can talk about it just real quick. And that fucking goal from Zubamendi, bro. Like he put Wesley Fofana in a fucking spliff. If it wasn't for
that was a great goal.
Zubamendi, that doesn't happen. But anyway, but
that was one of his
the Gyökeres defense sleeve. I couldn't believe. Quick aside, Gyökeres gets a 2 from me as well.
Perfect.
This fan base doesn't want to be wrong about Victor Gyökeres. They don't want to do it. The amount of fucking videos I saw bigging up Gyökeres for that performance against Chelsea is insane. Now, what I will say is, did he play well? Yes, he played well. That is what I expected Gyökeres to be doing.
Right.
But he's going up against a Chelsea team that is still molding under that. That was Lee Mercinia's second fucking game. Okay. And Robert Sanchez put on his clown nose. He was due for a bozo moment, and it came out again at the bridge, bro. Like, guys, watch with your eyes. Do not watch the fucking GNA. The GNA does not tell the story of how bad of a striker this guy is. He just does not fit. He is Liga NOS level. Let him be there. And look, I'm sure he's a great guy, nice guy. The team seems to like him. He is just not it. He is not it for this club. He is not our number 9. We put the 14 on another fraud. And that is just the truth. The truth. And I hate saying this about Arsenal players. I got his freaking kit. I was really excited about this guy, and he is just not it.
100%. 100%. I'm starting to see it. Go ahead and highlight BX Gunners, our main man's comment there. Players do fall off a cliff, bro.
They do.
I can't give you a reason why, but they do. They do fall off a cliff. And I think this guy's on the edge of the cliff, BX. I got to be 100% honest. My eyes don't deceive me. I wish they would. I mean, I want this guy to be successful. Well, fuck, and has he had more than 20 games? I'm not 20, 25 games. And I get there's still time. I think he signed a 4-year contract. There is time, right? Maybe the second half of the season here, maybe something kicks on at the start of February, and I'm hoping for that. But I'm sorry, BX, my eyes don't deceive me. And Amarim figured it out at Sporting, right? The midfield at Sporting figured it out, right? I think I speak for everyone here. We knew it was going to be more difficult for him to perform in the Prem than it was Liga NOS, right?
Yeah.
He just hit his. I don't know, BX. I don't know. Maybe the prime is there. The prime has been gone. The prime was after the 95 goals in 2 seasons.
Yeah. And if you're at Nutbuster, if you're asking, okay, let's not to distract.
I just think that I'm going to disagree slightly with our friend BX. I know he's been a big fan of the show. We've known BX now for like almost 3 years. I know he's
I disagree with him all the time.
Yeah, of course, right? but I know that he has faith, right? And I appreciate that. I have a little bit of faith too, right? Every weekend I get up to watch this shit, and I have a little faith that we can come out with 3 points. But he is at the edge of the cliff. He's not fallen off it yet, right? You still got to give him a season, right? You still got to give him a full season. And I will play that hand, but he is at the edge of the cliff. And if Kai Havertz starts somehow miraculously kicking into form during training or any of these matches coming up, Kai Havertz will replace him, and he will sit on the bench.
And that is not, and that's not a compliment, but that's not something that we look forward to.
No. But if Kai Havertz can get his 3 points and play a part of lifting the trophy, then I want all the players to succeed, right? I'm not bagging on Odegaard because I want him to fail. I want him to fail in the sense that I want him sold, because we've seen what he brings the last 4.5, 5 years is fucking fuck all, right? But Gyökeres hasn't had the chance that Odegaard has. Gyökeres hasn't had the chance that Havertz has, or even Moreno for that matter, right? This is Moreno's, second season with us? So he's already 75 games ahead of Gyökeres. And I get that part of the argument. But I got to be honest, bro, his heels are on the cliff. And I don't know if there's going to be a recovery for this season, bro. I really don't. From what I've seen, just like he may score a goal or two, but the numbers don't lie, bro. 2 open play goals in 14 matches. 3 if you count the Everton penalty. That is woeful. That is a woeful return on investment. That is a woeful return on goals in G&A, even though I know we don't talk shit here, or statistical shit here that much. You can disagree, BX Gunner. That's why we love you, bro, because you bring up these situations, right? And do I blame the manager? Sure. But I blame the manager for all of it. Like, it's not just, it's not just like Gyökeres is the only one faltering under Arteta, right? It's the system, it's the mentality, right? And we can dive into that, anytime. But I think that with the physical attributes that this guy has, which are good physical-wise, but the mobility, the fluidity, the technicality has not been up to par from what this guy brought at Sporting. I'm sorry. I will defend that argument.
Guys, it's not even close. I'm gonna keep us pushing. It's not even close, to be honest with you. It's not even close. And big up Nutbuster again, most hilarious name on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. If Haaland was in this team, do you think he bags more goals than Gyökeres and Kai Havertz? Absolutely. So let's put in a prime example. Put Erling Haaland on that 1-on-1 with Murillo today.
Goal.
He scores it. He scores it 10 out of fucking 10 times. And as soon as Gyökeres had that ball. And had a little bit of distance on Murillo, I was just like, he's gonna fuck it up. There's no he's not fast enough. He's not technical enough on the ball. Period. End of story. And the fact that we are in a Premier League that does not give the same amount of space as Portugal does, like that's the beginning and the end of the story. He's just not good enough for this league. Let's keep it pushing. All right. Let's get into the subs. Trossard.
3.
Wasn't good today either. I agree. 4. I'm giving him a 4. I don't even need to talk about these guys too much. Mikel Moreno.
3.
4. Again, ineffective, and I think the fact that he was even subbed on at that point was absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Well, as they was warming up 15 minutes before him.
Exactly. Bukayo Saka.
4.
Big up Common Sensei. 5. He gets a 5 from me. Gabriel Jesus.
2.5.
Yeah, 3. 3. We're on the same page. He did absolutely nothing today. Nothing. We already talked about this earlier. He did nothing today. And I'm bigging this guy up so much. Did fuck all.
Don't. The days are gone, bro. The knee injuries have taken a toll. That was a fantastic goal he scored against Aston Villa, and he does have his runs, right? And unfortunately, that plays right into the part of Gyökeres. He's more mobile than Gyökeres, and the guy was crocked for a year,
bro. When I am thinking, wow, we need to give Kai Havertz minutes, it's dark.
Right.
It's
and
dark.
those minutes he gets are in midfield.
Dark. Yeah.
This manager does not have it figured out yet. I know the 7 points ahead maybe paints a different story for some people, but those who've really, like, as our friends in the chat who really, really follow this club, like, we know what's going on, bro. Our eyes don't deceive us. We know the manager. Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Me and Common Sensei were arguing in the American Waffle chat about him leaving, and then next day he left. So Common Sensei was 100% correct. He was 100% correct.
Really? They couldn't find any quarterback with fucking Aaron Rodgers. That's a different story for a different channel.
Aaron Rodgers wasn't even their problem. I could talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fucking their offense is brutal, and it's not because of Aaron Rodgers. Anyway, getting back.
So quickly, I think to land real quick, the Gyökeres Jesus thing is peak, right? You could have had Jesus start this game, and maybe something would have happened, right? But I still don't think you get past the 15-yard mark. Again, on that Martinelli lobbed, Morello miss. If does Jesus finish that? I don't think he has the legs. I don't think he has the kneecaps for it, bro.
I don't think he ran. I don't think he can.
Don't think he has it.
I don't think he has the pace either. But I mean, that's not what we bring him in to do. We bring him in to be a false nine, and he wasn't even that today.
Love the in-betweeners.
Flopping on the floor, fucking crying. I just honestly, it was really embarrassing today.
It was really embarrassing. 100%. Have you seen the In-Betweeners?
Yes,
have you watched the show? Okay.
Yeah, I watched that show.
Movies and the oh god,
dude, I watched that on the way to LA to watch Arsenal play Man United a few years back. I was on the airplane, fucking crying, laughing.
It's crying, so
yeah,
funny, that's
dude.
so
it's so
hilarious.
good. It's so good. Big up Cam in the chat. Just know we won't win the league, bro. It's looking bad. It's looking brutal right now. Last, but. Last but not least, Eberici Eze. I'm gonna give him a 6. He didn't have any chance. He didn't give a chance today. So just standard 6. Standard 5, 6.
Yeah. God, that's a tough one
because he just didn't have a chance, bro. He just didn't have a chance.
He had a chance. He's gotten less than 30 minutes in the last 6 Premier League games.
At least.
This is criminal. How the last time we scored a hat trick against Spurs? Wasn't it like 1920s or some shit like that? Wasn't that the stat going around?
It was in like the 20s or the 20s or the 30s, yeah.
So we're talking over 100 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Close to it.
Something like that.
90-some years.
It was a long
like
fucking
that.
time. It was a long
fucking. Okay. Yeah.
It was a long fucking time. Yeah.
You and I weren't even a sparkle in our parents' eyes at that time, right? And neither were our parents. So, no, I think that when a player performs like that, they're the first one on the sheet besides Declan Rice and Gabriel and Raya, right? And Timber. Okay. So, but attacking wise, he's the first one on the sheet. Like, what? Why are we holding this guy back? Why are we not giving him the benefit of the fucking doubt, bro? Benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt, right? And let him just do his thing. Let him express himself because he's better than Odegaard. That's like not even a question. He's better than Martinelli. Some people would say that's not a question. Is he better than Trossard? Some people would say that's not even a question, right? But I don't want him on the left wing because I know he's going to have his heels on the touchline, right? I want him that left midfield central piece. But Declan Rice has really owned that left side of midfield, that put him on the right, bench the fucking Norwegian fraud, and let Eze cook. He's 27 years old, bro. He's 27. It's not like he's new to fucking football. That's what I don't understand. Like he's in the prime. He's in the prime of his career. I don't get it. But overall, I'm going to give him a 5 because I think he was already set up to fail. Right? He was already set up to fail. And you know what? No other player would have done anything with that one chance anyway. He had 2 defenders on him. He tried to make something out of the nothing. And if it would have worked, it would have worked. And we would have run out with 3 points. But you can't expect him to come on his first touch of the ball. It's in the back of the net. That happens on occasion. Right? It's like, oh, shit, first touch, goal, yeah. We all get excited for that shit. But that wasn't going to happen today.
You're right.
I thought that he would at least get the ball outside of the box and take some shots out, take a couple shots in the dying minutes outside of the box. Hopefully, Jesus would have a parry to run onto from Sells. But Sells wasn't dropping shit, was obviously the man of the match today. That goal from the Saka header was absolutely fingertip fantastic today.
Yeah. People Arsenal fans, I know we're celebrating. We're celebrating that goal before it even went in, and then Sells fingertips.
It was a decent header by Saka. Could have had a little more pace and power on it, but you can only handle what you do with the ball. But that would have gone in the goal if that keeper was just 6 inches more to the left. That would have been 1-0.
It was just a fantastic save, beginning and end, in my opinion. Eze, I agree with you on Eze.
Let's bro. He did what he could do.
Yeah, let's talk about the manager. What do you get the manager?
3.
Okay.
With Odegaard in the lineup, I can't give him any higher. I don't know what this manager sees in him. I just at this point I don't get it. Today for me was a culmination for that fucking Norwegian fraud. I thought he's been bad in several games over the last 3 or 4 years. But like we've fucking annihilated this guy before. But today was a culmination. He was literally non-existent. Again, I don't think I heard the announcer mention his name once in the second half.
Nope.
I know he did not have more than 15 touches in the first half. There's no way. He was a complete fucking passenger today. A complete passenger. And if he did have more than touches, they were to himself. Or they were to Saka and back. Or Madwecki and back. Or maybe to Saliba and back to him. Maybe to Rice and back to him. Nothing forward. No ruthlessness. No clear vision or direction. And is just, right, Sensei, a complete risk-adverse player. You can't be risk-adverse when you're trying to win a fucking trophy, bro. Taking risks is part of the game. Like, okay, so you lose possession in their 18-yard box. You think they're just going to fucking tiki-taka it up fucking all the way up the goal? It's not even Forest, bro. Like, Forest, Moreau's not going to get the ball. They're not going to play us out through the midfield. They're not going to play out their defensive third all the way into Igor Jesus in their attacking third inside our 18-yard box to bag one. That's not going to happen. They may get the ball and lump it up the field, but we have one of the best defense in Europe, probably in the league. Well, I know we do in the league, right? That can handle that is prepared for that long ball to come back to the halfway line. So where's the risk? Where's the risk, TJ? What are we risking playing the through ball? What are we risking playing a diagonal ball over the top to Trossard or Martinelli? What are we risking of him trying to cut in a bit? What, you
this
lose
could
possession?
be this. Yeah, this could be. Hold on, just real quick. This could be its own show, and maybe we should make it its own show because I agree with you that he is risk averse, and I think an argument could be made, and maybe I'll be the prosecutor on this one, and we can do a Judge Gooney show of American Idiots. Is he doesn't trust his players on the transition? I'm very convinced of that. I think that he lives when we do concede really impactful goals, it's on the transition. There's no team that is holding possession against us and scoring. Okay. So because I think defensively we are so solid. So he instructs these guys to be as risk averse as possible, and Odegaard is the biggest guy that does it, which is why
he's the leader of it.
Why he's doing he's the leader. He's the ringleader of the circus, right? So like getting to my rating of Arteta, I'm going to give him a 4 because and the reason I'm giving him a 4 is because of the substitutions. The substitutions were absolutely awful. And in the way that he made the substitutions. He made like and the starting 11. One could argue that Odegaard should never have started, but obviously that's hindsight 2020. He had a fucking awful game. I don't think Martinelli should have started this game if Trossard was available. If Trossard was hurt, start Eze over there. That's just my thought.
I can agree with that as well.
4 out of 10. I can't blame him for players not delivering all the time. I will say this, but when you're going up against Nottingham Forest, you just saw United kick the shit out of Man City. You can go 9 points up, and that's how you motivate. Like the team went out there, looked motivated for the first 35 minutes, and then after that, they fucking died. Okay,
a slow death.
I'm just done. I'm done with it. I've been very, very kind to Mikel Arteta this season. I think he's deserved it. But now we're dropping points to the point where, you look at the schedule. Somebody mentioned it earlier. I think it might have been either BX or somebody. We have United. Man City have Wolves. Okay.
Right. We do have United at home, though, which is a good thing. But
yeah, which is a good thing. But they're motivated. They're motivated. They looked very good under Michael Carrick today. Am I expecting a win? Absolutely. I'm expecting a win. We have to beat them. But am I as sure as I should be? No, I'm not. Because the last time we played United at home, we fucking lost.
Right.
FA Cup. We lost.
A statement today.
We lost. Yeah. We lost to Ruben Amorim, the guy that they wanted to put on a fucking spike. Okay? And now we're playing against Michael Carrick, who is a good manager. Like, don't get me wrong. He will right the ship there.
Football.
Yes.
right. I don't think he's like, not,
he loves the badge. He loves United.
right.
He's gonna go out there and he's gonna have those guys fire up their ass. Okay.
Yeah.
Pause. I don't know if that's a pause,
Yeah.
but either way, Mikel Arteta, you need to fix up. I am going to reiterate this again. I'm going to reiterate this to everybody in the chat. I do not give a shit about Inter Milan. I do not care. You will not see any Inter Milan fucking content on this channel because it is not important. It's not important. United is important. We will get Flawless, we will get Chic, we will get fucking Staffy on here, and we will talk about the United game because the United game is the game of the I'm not going to lie to you. This next game is probably the most important of the season. We need to put our impetus out there. We need to show that we are not going to go into a tailspin of dropping points against teams that we should not be dropping points against.
100%. I thought at the time the Villa game was the biggest one, right? And I mean, we lost that at the death, unfortunately, at their place, where we switched off for just a half a second when Dia killed us. But I thought we made a statement when we beat them 4-1 at home. I thought that we'd really kick on. And, we went on to beat Portsmouth and we beat, obviously Chelsea, right? So there's certain games that we've been on. But today, again, was 3 steps forward and 6 steps back. And these are the games that we have to win, home or away, doesn't matter. You have to beat the lower level teams. And the thing is, too, we're going to struggle at Leeds.
Yeah, of course we will. Of course we will.
It's going to be a struggle.
When we go to Ellen Road, that is going to be a hard game.
It's going to be a hard game because Calvert-Lewin isn't scoring for him. They finally figured it out. Aronson,
they beat Fulham on the back of Ellen Road today.
There you go.
Leeds will stay up because of their points that they get at Ellen Road.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be and Goonie, I'm really glad you brought that up because Leeds is gonna be a very tough game.
Yep.
Very tough. This United team, you don't think they're gonna want to come out here and play spoiler for us?
Embuemo, bro.
Like
Embuemo,
you got and you have Ahmad Diallo coming back.
Diallo, that was the name I was thinking of. Yeah,
you have Kobe Mainu is actually getting fucking time. Like Casemiro got man of the match today. Casemiro in 2026.
I didn't even see the highlights. That game was on at 4:30 in the morning here. I debated about getting up for it.
I watched it through one blurry eye.
Okay, yeah.
So I barely watched it. But still.
Right. And what you want to jump on is the point about Michael Carrick, right? Long-serving member at United.
Yep.
Like long-serving, right? They got him as a kid out of West Ham. Dies by that badge. But he's also one of those up-and-coming managers, right? That has a point to prove and has that sort of youthful outlook on the game, if that makes sense, has upgraded tactics from what we've seen in the 90s and the 2000s, right? Has a little different way of thinking, right? He's still a young manager, when you look at the whole gamut of managers, right? Ancelotti, Allegri, Jose, those are old heads now, right? Those are the old heads, right? You look at players like managers like Marco Silva at Fulham, right? You look at the guy at Brentford. You look at the list goes on, but you could put Michael Carrick up there. Even a bit Arteta, you could almost say, is kind of in that older gap. Though I think he's between the younger gap of managers and the older gap. Arteta's kind of in that middle spot, right?
Which is crazy to think about. Right. Considering.
Yeah, but even I think Arteta and Carrick played pretty much around the same time together. I think Carrick maybe a little bit before. I'm not so sure. I think Carrick a little bit before when Arteta was either at Rangers, maybe he's at Everton. But anyway, we'll dissect that. But my point being is that Carrick will have a new viewpoint to bring. Carrick will have some new tactics to bring. Carrick will use Kuna, Embuemo, Diallo, Maino, right? It is sort of probably a different way than Amorim did because what Amorim was doing wasn't working. At times it did, right? At times, let's be honest, they, like you said, they beat us. They beat some teams.
Amorim refused to mold to the players. Carrick is a player. People and I just think that that is going to impact them so much. Like now that you have Carrick at United, I think they will probably get into Europe. They're good. All they needed to do this entire time Dal, because that's a good team. They have good players. All you
With
needed
the
to do,
acquisition of Emblemo, I think it makes them really good.
yeah,
Yes.
all you needed to do is play a 4-3-3. That's all you
Right.
needed to do.
Right.
And
Instead
and
of
he, and he, and he
3-5-2
refuses
shit.
to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah.
playing five at the back, playing like a 3-4-3 in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Like
It was very
what?
strange. Yeah.
It was
Yeah. The
so
3-5-3
strange
is
how he
dead,
would
bro.
die, how he was like dying on that hill too. It was just odd.
Yeah. The
But
only team
now
with 3-4-3 is
you're
City,
looking at United, man, and yeah, like don't
but they can't even do
underestimate
that.
United. Don't underestimate them. I'm not gonna
Never.
underestimate them.
Never. No. And this, let's be honest, this game today will, like you said, light a fire under their ass, and they will be ready for us.
Yep.
Carrick
Yeah.
will have a younger, more out attacking outlook, right? And the players will respond to that. They're going to respond to him after today's game, right?
Yep.
He's won them over now. The fan base has already switched. The fan base is like, Amram, who? It's done. It's done. You know,
it is done.
And I think that we'll have some opportunities, because I don't really rate their back line that well. I don't really think. I mean, Patrick Dorgu scored 2 goals, which a player I don't really rate. Maybe Dallo being there. I forget their back line.
Those were all like Dorgu's goal today was fucking incredible. The build-up play for that, alone, I'm looking at that being like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like that is what you needed. That is what this United team needed. And
right,
yes,
right.
the Amarim sexuals are mudded,
finished.
Bro.
It's
mudded.
It's
mudded.
It's 100% done for Amarim. I mean, obviously United is 100% done because he's sacked, but I just mean that sort of fan base that was thinking that this guy could get something because he did it at Sporting. There's like, really? He also had Victor fucking Goikarez at Sporting that played to his strengths, and that's another conversation.
Liga Nos hype.
It's disguised football, right? You're like, oh shit, these guys are somebody. Like, oh shit, they're actually nobody when they get into a topper tier league. But I mean, would a Victor Goikarez be good in the Italian league? Probably. But again, it doesn't matter what league, you have to play through his strengths. And we aren't doing that. And I don't really see the strength that he's really bringing anyway, but some physicality to the center backs and making bad runs in the last 10 games and running the ball towards the out of bounds line. I don't get it, but we already discussed that. But no, I guess, TJ, we've been over an hour and a half.
Yeah, over an hour and a half, man. It was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
Man,
it was a good show. It was a lot of fun. Big up the chat every single time.
Yeah, everyone. Thanks for being here.
You got anything you wanna any parting knowledge for us, Judge?
Parting knowledge, just a couple things. Is I agree with you. The Inter Milan game means fuck all. Eze will probably start. Right, in a game that means nothing, essentially, right?
It does. So, it really does mean nothing. I mean,
but I still would like to beat them because I still think we ride the wave of confidence, right? That unfortunately that confidence took a big dive today. I want to see us be a little more, get back to basics, right? Get the ball on the carpet, make the square passes, look for, have some vision. But we won't have that with Odegaard at the helm. So that kind of just goes out the window. And I guess the third point is that we're letting, and going back to Eze, we're letting a top player rot right now. And his confidence has got to be completely fucking shot. He's got to be, I'll bet he's angry at Arteta. I'll bet he's angry.
I bet I don't know if he doesn't seem like a guy that's going to be angry. He's very much a God's plan guy. I think I think that he has to be disappointed though.
But that disappointment, I think that turns to anger. I think that really turns to anger internally, right? He's not going to show that on the outside, but I think he's confused, right? I'll digress from anger. He's confused, right? He's disappointed and confused. Like, what did I do wrong? And shout out to Eze. Listen, son, you've done nothing wrong. You put 3 against our biggest rivals, and you've got microwave minutes since then because we have a manager that's a fraud. So hope you're listening to that. But anyway, great show today, TJ. I'm glad I brought the gavel.
You got to bring the gavel every time now. You got to bring the gavel every time.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to bring the gavel. It has to be a thing. We'll have a Goonie gavel moment. But let's do a show if we can about. We'll do
we'll talk about it offline, but we definitely need to do a United preview. I'll see what Staff is up to. I'll see what Flawless is up to too.
let's get those guys on.
I gotta talk to that grinning criminal tonight. I can't. He was at the game today, so me and Donzie will be yelling.
Oh no, he's over the moon right now.
He's over the moon.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, but So thanks everybody again. Big up. I know there's a little bit of dust on the furniture on this channel. Again, just life stuff. Life happens. It is what it is. But hey, you know what? We move. You guys will see us on Friday, if not a little bit earlier. Again, I'm not doing any Inter Milan content because I don't give a fuck. Last parting words are: let's fucking go Denver. Let's go Broncos.
Let's go Broncos.
Go leave tonight, baby. And we're gonna redirect you over to the catch up. So go over there and say go over there and say hey to Catch and SB. Go say TJ1 TV raid.
Get off the track. Bills Mafia, Jesus
Bills
Christ.
Mafia, get out of here with that.
Sideways real quick. Let's go Hawks.
Okay.